All right, everybody, we are officially here with Shackled City, episode 192. Yeah, I believe that's right. I think that's right. I could be wrong, but I'm not sure entirely. How's everybody feeling?
Decent.
Decent. All right. Alive is better than not, so I'll take it.
Doing pretty good. Chilling.
Look at you over here, Mr. Slick. Look at that fucking haircut. All right. I see you over there.
Right?
Boy, looking
Yeah,
funny.
Yeah. I like that fade.
That's nice. And then Ronald over here. Ronald looking like a fucking bearded baby over here. How much weight have you lost now?
Total, I lost 35 total so far.
Nice. Right on, dude. That's awesome. That's great.
Thank you.
I looked like Turbo if I lost 35.
Ronald looked like a budget shaft.
Oh no.
No. He would at this point, like, he just needs to let the hair grow out a little bit more, and homie be straight up Black Dynamite. He would look like Black Dynamite, and that's what I'm talking about. So I'm happy to have everybody back for episode 192. I hope that this is as enjoyable as it possibly can be. So let's make the most of it.
Oh yeah, we will. But before we do that, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys haven't done so already, Bubbernights, whatever we're calling ourselves.
The Bubbernights? Oh my god. The Bumbles. That's what you guys
Do
are.
me a favor. Reach under your bed and grab your chains, grab your locks, and get ready for tonight's Shackled recap. Ah, my leg. Welcome back, everybody. We got a lot to go over today.
Y'all ready for this?
Can you stop that?
But yeah, we had some things happen last.
So Christy,
session.
I just wanted to let you know that you're gonna have to figure out a way to clip that portion out of the video because that's a DMCA takedown.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Just throwing that out there. Sorry to put a little more work on you there, Christy. That's fairly standard at this point. All right, so in an effort to properly capture this, here we go. We're gonna do one of these. We're gonna do a proper start over. Look, screen's gonna go black and gray. Ronald, you'll get a moment. You'll get to do it all over again. Unfortunately, we have to do this next time. Don't fucking do that.
Yep.
Oh, how's it going, everybody? Here we are with episode 192, and we're not doing this for a second time because of reasons. So
That wouldn't make any sense.
it wouldn't even
would
a little bit. So this
And
is.
you know what? Just because we're doing this the first time
Yes.
and not the second time,
Mm-hmm.
everyone, if you haven't done so already,
Bub, hang
preemptively,
up on him again.
do me a favor and once again go under your bed, pull out that brown crated box, open it up, and do me a favor and get your chains and get your locks and get shackled in again for tonight's Shackled recap. Oh, my leg again.
Again. Oh, fuck. That's good.
Yeah,
Thank you. Twice over. I appreciate that. So,
no problem.
hope everybody is feeling good. We are definitely here. We're on the ball. We understand the rules and regulations of the internet and how to properly internet. So let's go into what happened last time we shackled ourselves to this game.
To break it down into layman's terms, Senor, was it Jakob? Yeah, Jakob and Ulhime decided to get in a little fisticuffs, and it got a little personal at the end.
It did.
Yeah, Senor Jacoby.
Yeah, so it got a little personal. Jakob ended up doing a amplified attack versus Ulhime, who I guess, from our perspective, looked like he took that as a pretty big sign of disrespect. So he pretty much ended the fight there, walked away. Jakob, I think, was left to his devices at this point. Ronald still holding on to the staff too, or the scythe, sorry, not a staff. Me and I went to go visit Sasha, who was decaying by the looks of it.
What? No,
Yeah,
she was fine.
Right?
She was
need to
sipping
put-
margaritas, waiting for everyone to come back. She
If
was
you
waiting
like
for her
pina
favorite friend Charlie to
coladas.
come give her some biscuits.
Yeah, I just need to
Sure.
add a band-aid to her or something.
Yeah.
So she had a one of the afflictions on her that was part of the bloodstone that we decided to crack open, like
Oh, did
a
she?
wonder ball. Yeah, well, it was her blood that was pretty much holding everything together.
Did you just
So-
call it a wonder ball?
Yep. Who bought
No!
what's in a wonder ball?
No.
You gotta open it up and then look inside, and bam, you got a prize.
Yeah, the prize was Sasha is now being caught up on her affliction that she
Surprise! Cancer.
Right, yeah.
I,
So
I,
she
I hate you. I hate you.
yeah, so she's being, from how it was described, she's being caught up, or her affliction is catching up with her at this point. So wherever it stopped,
Oh,
it is now
part.
speeding up to kill her, and she's decaying rapidly. So she doesn't have her wings right now, or they're pure bone from what I saw last, I think.
It's probably a good thing that you went ahead and checked in on her and not me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's not forget about the explosive opening, getting into Sasha's lair.
Oh,
we had
yeah,
a
so-
slight bit of everyone's heard enough of you, right? No one likes that. So, as we as Daniel over here decided to try and teleport through the door, he had a unusual wild surge of magic go through him, and he forced the door open after realizing that it had been stuck or had been wedged against something, only to realize that the body of Miles had been found. Poor Charlie.
F's in
Moment
chat,
of
boys. We lost Charlie Miles. F's in
That's
chat.
everybody. There we go.
Happens to the best of them.
For those of you that had missed the previous session, Mr. Miles had met his untimely demise due to the essence of Helm being ripped from him, as the last bit of essence of Helm's domain had been completely destroyed due to the abomination that is now Jimothy, that is run through several realms into the mortal plane, and now we are tasked with stopping. From
Yeah.
there,
That one wasn't my fault, by the way.
It was. From there, as my brother, the other half of the Dolby Digital surround system that's built into this stream now, mentioned,
Fuck.
because see, like we're on two different screens, so it's like a surround sound. See, you got your left and right speaker. See. Left
Okay,
and
but
right
why is the left speaker looking clean as hell and the right speaker looking like last year's model?
Because he
Because the right
he didn't
speaker's
tell-
on
he-
layaway.
he may not have mentioned it, but his camera broke, so I was generous enough to give him mine, and I needed to buy backup. So yeah.
Looks
Ronald
better
is,
on
like
me
the,
anyway.
Ronald is like the sound bar, and Steven is like the subwoofer. Steven gets
no.
all the attention, but like Ronald is important too.
Hell yeah, Ronald carries that much. Audio immersion is incredibly important, all right? Do
See?
you think
Yeah,
Steven is
I
going to go
mean-
out of his way to demand that we reach under our bed to grab our sex toys and shackle people to the stream?
Look,
No.
I'm the
Only
actual,
after stream.
I'm the 5.2 receiver that no one really like understands me.
Yeah,
And
you're
then
the
they're like,
tweaker.
look, Steven's a subwoofer. He's cool because he goes wub 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 and he makes all the explosions. I was like, without me, all he would do is be a brick on the floor that no one would ever use. That's all he would be.
That moment
A
when
box. He's a black box that sits there and does nothing other than look obscure. They're like, oh, is that a chair? You're like, no, it's my subwoofer. And they're like, oh, my
Why do I
God,
gotta
it's
be a
so
black
great.
box, Ronald? Huh? Why do I gotta be a black box?
the moment when Ronald is bragging about being the creative Sound Blaster sound card that nobody installs in their computers anymore.
You
That's
gotta
'cause I'm
remember-
talking about a home theater system. Not
Oh,
a-
You
yeah,
gotta
my
remember,
bad, my bad.
Steven is the
Yeah.
reason that Skrillex exists.
I hope
That's-
not.
And he's the reason why we have a completely fucked up generation. So I mean, there you go. Look at that.
Wow,
Mistake.
y'all just throwing him under the bus, man. He just
Yep.
got here, okay? He's not even supposed to be here today, all right? You guys just kind of ruining him.
True.
But
But
to be
yeah,
totally fair, like you gotta earn you gotta earn your wings on this one. They're gonna throw you to the wolves. The wolves just happen to be a colossal red dragon with cancerous wings.
And we didn't
so,
throw him there. He went there himself. That's on him.
Yeah, that one was on him.
Yeah, to be fair, I mean, you got to catch up to me, man.
To be totally fair, you definitely led him to believe that she was an ally.
I mean,
True.
She was an ally.
Yeah.
She was an ally for a very long time until very, very abruptly she wasn't. She was our ally until she wasn't.
She was always more of a middleman.
It was Steven's blood. So, like, well, it was Daniel's blood, but I'm gonna let him take the fault for this one. Like, if he didn't bleed all over that thing, it wouldn't
Steven's blood
happen.
might have the same effect, so it's not like really change anything.
For what it's
maybe
worth,
he's got cancer.
because it seems like there might be some issues in meta knowledge outside of the game. It wasn't because of his blood that this happened.
I know it's Jacob's fault. Yeah, we already know that.
Yeah, it's totally.
Oh, no,
Jacob's fault.
I'm still convinced it was his blood because I heard he was part dragon, and dragon blood, dragon.
Yeah.
Has he mentioned that to us though? No, right?
No, he's not
He
been anywhere
hasn't.
around you guys.
Like
No,
in
I don't
meta
know.
knowledge, we know he's dragon blooded, but I don't think he's actually one. By the way.
Out of game, I'm choosing to believe that it's Daniel's fault, so that I
Oh yeah.
Right?
I want to put more blame onto him.
I think my character's been very vague in his details to you guys, so you guys almost know little to nothing from even the first day I showed up.
Yeah, I know you're a caster now because I forgot how to use
Yeah.
teleport and then watch you use teleport.
Yeah, so you guys.
I was like,
have
oh
seen-
shit, that's right. That's how that's done.
You've
I
seen
saw
me
you
teleport
cast
and use dark. No, you guys. Yeah, you've seen me teleport and use darkness. Those are the only two things you've seen me do so far. And you know that
Yeah.
I'm elusive, so.
I don't even know that I saw you doing the darkness spell because I think I was in front of you holding you back and cast it from behind me.
Look,
Oh,
bro, you're
sorry.
sneaky, but you're not Balthar sneaky, all right? I was a full-on
True.
bugbear Batman. You might wait for all right? No
Oh my
one saw
God.
me. They're like,
Pug
what do you
man.
look like? He had 2 arms, 2 legs, a face. They're like,
The legendary Balthar who rolls a 1 and still gets a 40 on stealth.
yeah.
Yeah.
What was?
He was a man.
Yeah. He look like a thing with
He was
clothes.
I think
He was about anywhere from here to about here.
Yeah, they're like he's got a long short build with
He looked kind of like a long
thin,
cube.
with thin wide body frame. They're like, you are literally giving the most vague description because no one saw him. They don't even know if he exists.
Somewhere between 4'4" and 72 feet tall.
Yeah.
Not
Could be
sure
anything
if
but-
0
between-
and 400 pounds.
He
at
could be
least.
anything between an inanimate object and a god, but we don't see him, so
regardless, at the end of the
between
day,
living and dead.
still a tool.
Yeah. Yep.
The return of Long Cube. Oh god.
Hey, I'm just doing everything I can to avoid telling a joke.
I miss Knife Bear. I mean Knife Cat. I mean Balthar.
Rengar?
Yeah.
What the hell just happened? Jesus, am I having a stroke? What?
He's Knife Bear. That's what his superhero name is. He just comes out of the darkness.
Knife
and goes,
Bear?
"Wah!" Yeah.
That's how he protects the Citadel.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, sort of
Okay.
like-
All right.
How,
He-
like
he
how you
runs-
got Batman.
Except
he's got
except
Knife
since
Bear.
he has urban proficiency, he runs into a door and then he just jumps out through the window and stabs people instead, rather than it being a bush.
You know what's more terrifying than a bear leaping out of a cabinet and stabbing people with a knife? A half woman, half demon leaping through the air, catching a hawk with her mouth, and then tearing it apart in front of children. That's horrific right there.
Look,
Yeah,
we're not the
Thelsa.
start of all of the city's rumors.
Hey,
Only
I wasn't. Well, I
Only
mean,
a lot
this
of-
character wasn't the start of Grimgrin, so like, it's not all
No,
bad.
okay. So we have Grim. We have the Scarlet Hag. We have
Yeah,
the
nobody
Scarlet
beats-
Harlot.
The Scarlet
Nobody
Harlot.
beats
Scarlet
Joe.
Harlot.
With all these urban legends, we could make T-shirts and clothes and stuff, and we can call it Urban Outfitters.
That's how we fund the guild.
Yeah.
Please
There
end
you
my
go.
suffering.
Same. I echo the
That's how it starts,
sentiment.
guys. And they're
End
like,
my
dang.
suffering.
Bub, you said we could remove points we hadn't used. Can I remove all of my points in engineering and put them into tailoring instead?
Yeah,
That's
dude,
not
look
a
at that.
that's not a knowledge
And
No,
then
I know, but can I put it into the craft?
It would be into
And
craft,
then,
yeah.
and then change it to tailor.
and look,
Out
look,
of knowledge into craft.
Look,
yeah,
and because
of
of it,
course
because
you
of
can. But I'm
all
going
the
to take
things
off
that
all of your
happen-
fingers.
look. I'm just saying because of all the things that happen, we can make
It
sure it's
gives
like,
me
hey,
a
I
good feeling
survived.
crafted,
I
right?
survived a cauldron burning. I survived a vampire attack. Make those as shirts, and everyone's like, "What are those?" I'm like, "Those are the hot topics of this city." So we got 2 stores, got an Urban Outfitters and a Hot Topic. Bring back the youth in a cauldron. So, save the town. There you go.
I think that's going to be tonight's game, everyone. Thank you very much. And I apologize for the abrupt ending because of Ronald. So if you guys like.
And seeing as I'm immortal, I can open up a 3rd shop, call it Forever 200, because I'm not 2,100 years old yet. So not Forever 21, but Forever 200.
So now that Bub's gone, I've actually heard a new joke I really, really like.
You can stop it with your terrible joke already. Because it's bound to be against terms of service if you're that eager to tell it.
Yeah. You already had to
What does
restart the stream
USS
once.
Enterprise and toilet paper have in common?
I don't know.
Enterprise
Go
and
circle around Uranus and wipe out Klingons.
Oh my god.
Got him. But that's enough of those jokes. I assumed everyone's been shackled in. We've got the key here. I'm throwing it away. So now that we're
No,
shackled
we
in-
didn't cover one of the very important parts.
What?
Was the fun rivalry that happened between Jakob and Ulhime.
Yeah, we
When
did.
you came, did you?
yeah,
That
we
was
did.
literally like the first thing we
Okay.
mentioned.
Yeah, they said
Never mind.
they settled it with we had fisticuffs. That's as far as they
Yeah,
went with it.
that doesn't explain the gravitas of what happened. At
I
least
completely agree.
And we've also
Like
missed
that-
a really big important part. There was a very, very insightful conversation between Severin and Jacob.
Yes.
Yeah, it was a bit of an eye-opening.
Like you guys just kind of like skipped past all of that.
They did.
We had a beholder come in and show Jacob his mother.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was very eye-opening.
What
Jacob's a little
is
beholden
this,
to him.
Is this fucking backwards world? What is happening? Why is it that Ronald is not accurately capturing what happened in the last episode and Red, of all fucking people, is? What is happening? Who are you? What have you done with Ronald? And who the fuck are you, Red? I don't trust this even for a second.
Not him.
Like Freaky Friday, but on Wednesday.
It is. Wacky Wednesday.
Wednesdays. Oh, like Jake's, we've whatever the fucking thing is.
Yeah, a
Soda.
backpack or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're blanks.
401k.
Oh my god. It's fucking weird. It's true. There was a conversation. Can we get some catch up there?
Jacob.
Sure. So before all of this happened, before everybody else came back to the bathhouse, Jacob was kind of wallowing in his own self-pity when the city's mayor swung by. Rather unexpectedly, we all were expecting Naphthatorn to be the one to, swing by and, kind of rub Jacob's nose in it, but no, it was actually the mayor. And yeah, he kind of talked to Jacob about what his mother was like, and why he kind of dislikes him and his father, and kind of growing to have an understanding for each other. I mean, it wasn't one of those heartwarming, lifetime moments, but it did go a little towards, making Jacob feel, worse. But that's just kind of how it is with him most of the time anyway. But yeah, it was a really nice, deep, insightful conversation.
What was shared? You told me how you felt, but not what was shared.
Specifically, he shared that, he shared information about Jacob's mother, and that he should go ahead and, not give up. What?
And if he was going to give up, he should just off himself right now.
Yeah.
Those are
Stop
words
being
he
a
said.
coward.
And I was like, damn.
Just do it. As the beholder screams at you. But then we came back.
Yes.
Well, Severin had left, and we had come back, and we had a fun conversation with Ulhime and Jakob.
Okay. All right.
With all of us basically saying, Jakob, what the fuck?
Okay.
What did you just do?
Keep in mind, this is also 8 hours prior to him saying we have to communicate and work as a team.
About why did you slice both of your teammates? Why did you almost kill one of them and kill one of them, essentially? But
no, I don't think we talked about that.
No, we just in general accusations, not all of those, I guess.
Yeah.
But,
yeah. By the way, fuck chat.
But in levying these criticisms, Ulhime got into his business, and Ulhime basically shoved him. And imagine a small man pushing a giant. Well, not giant, but aren't you like 6 foot?
Or
right?
God.
He's a tall man. He's still
just
slender,
kinda-
but he's
just
relatively
kinda-
tall.
Just a body check.
Not being
And
pushed out, or God.
and Jacob's response is to force punch him in the face, almost. Well, not. I
Well,
guess not in the face. You just center of mass.
Well, I mean, come on, he's a lich. You got to go ahead and put a little more oomph in it.
Is that what you thought when you punched that 19-year-old crippled child? Oh, wait, I mean Cort.
Yeah.
He's a 19-year-old crippled child. I gotta put a little more oomph in it. Oh, wait, he's dying? That was me.
Oops, only 80 damage. I'm sorry.
Oh, man. Okay, so you guys squared up a little bit. What was it resolved? I'm curious. Do you think it was resolved?
No, but we're gonna go ahead and do it like we do on Thanksgiving. We're just gonna ignore that it happened and stew on it and let it simmer in the background until it explodes into a nice mess on the wall.
Yeah, you can think that. That's
Okay,
So
all right.
who's gonna be?
What
the-
happens at American Thanksgivings?
Everything.
madness.
Shit's weird down there.
Shit is weird, dude. You have no
Bro,
idea.
Have you
I don't want to know.
Oh, come
seen political
on.
parties in the past 4 years? Do
You
know what it's
Canadians
like here?
have stuff like that happen all the time. It's like when Tim Hortons closes.
Do you go to the next Tim Hortons? Because half of them are open 24 hours.
And there's one
and
like literally a stone's throw away from the other.
Yeah,
It's like a Starbucks.
like, there's two 15 minutes apart. Like the nearest one is 15 minutes away from me, and it closes for 3 hours in the middle of the night. And the next one over, 15 minutes past that one, is open 24 hours.
It'd be.
So
great
it's not really an issue for us.
It would be wonderful if that other Tim Hortons was only open for that 3-hour window. And
You
then it
know,
was
I just tried to go ahead and make a joke.
Yeah, I'm just saying that Canada's more efficient with their coffee business than the Americas are. So, like, maybe head towards, like, moose fighting each other for no reason because they can.
We still don't even got standard healthcare down here.
And that's on you. That's on you and your government, not me.
How do you think we're gonna go ahead and get into moose fighting?
I'm really glad that you had to reiterate because you ended right
Yeah,
there.
I literally thought he was going the same way.
What the? Oh, goodness gracious! I'm glad it was fighting. Oh God.
I think we got
Fighting.
everything though. Bubs, are you ready?
I mean, no, man, I'm not. I'm never ready for this
we
shit.
Yeah,
missed,
it's kind of-
we missed one little thing.
Go ahead.
What?
When everyone had taken off from the bathhouse and Jacob was just kind of sulking by himself, Thelsa decided that she knew what kind of mood he was in. So she walked over and gave him a nice little hug and then didn't say anything and just left.
True.
That was something that happens. And it was very, very out of what people expect from Thelsa.
What
So I
did
thought
you
I'd
think
throw it
I
in
was
there.
gonna say? Out of curiosity.
I didn't expect you to say anything, but I wouldn't have responded had you said anything anyways.
No. I'm talking more about the moose thing.
No, it doesn't matter. Game starting. Everyone type 2 in chat if you're ready for the game to start.
So I still have to ask who's going to be
Yeah,
the
there we go.
to
We'll
sniper
see this.
Caesar.
Love it. All right. So some people want to watch it, I'm guessing. So we
No,
can
they
start.
really came for this.
I hope not. I certainly hope not. I hope that they came for some sort of drama. So friends, let's get it started. Let's pick up in a place. Where would we like to start? I know that everybody wants to see us start at Daniel.
Yeah, because I mean, we ended on us as a group walking over to the tome. So I guess if
We're not
starting
we're
up,
not
then
walking to the tome specifically.
We're
We
just
don't
looking
know
for-
where Daniel went. We have no knowledge of where he went off to. We're just searching the streets because we know he ran off.
That's right.
Then I
I
want
didn't run off. I slipped out.
I want to give it right now, specifically
Same
to
thing.
Ulhime, Cort, and Thelsa. Unless, of course, Jakob is there as well, but I don't think Jakob is there.
No, he is not.
Jacob stayed back at the bathhouse as far as I'm aware.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then this scene is going to be as directed by Ulhime, Cort, and Thelsa, the three of you. You've met outside of the bathhouse, and you were deciding exactly where to go to look for him. Why it's even important. I think there are some things worth discussing in that manner. So, let's have at it. The scene opens there, outside of the bathhouse.
So, Olheim, did you get any information on what this creature is under in the caves that we need to take out? Do you have anything about it that we know?
No, unfortunately not from what we just had mentioned. It's some sort of abomination, some monstrosity that needs to be stopped.
Is it another vampire?
Olheim shrugs. I don't know.
We just typically isn't against undead. I don't think she'd call an undead an abomination unless it was acquired through unlawful terms. That's kind of her code of conduct. But I agree, we should get everyone together. And, well, I don't think Jacob's going anywhere. He seems to be sulking a little bit right now, but and then Thelsa's going to turn and look around. I still don't know where Daniel went off to.
Well, in any case, I think finding Daniel first will probably be the best course of action. And he starts looking around. Where did he go?
He hasn't been in town long. What places have we visited together?
The
Been to
apothecary.
town together? I brought him to Keegan's, but
I don't think he'd head back to Keegan. I don't think there's anything there for him. We went to the Tankard.
True. We could check there and maybe the apothecary. He might have needed more healing.
And the Tome.
Who wants to go where? We should split up at least.
I can check the tavern. What would be closer, the tavern or the apothecary? Given that I'm not too fast, I don't think me traveling the furthest distance would make sense.
The apothecary's not far from where you currently are.
Cort would probably take the two furthest ones.
Keegan's on the opposite side of town.
Cort would go to Keegan's at least then.
Then there is the tome, which, did you discuss the tome?
Yeah,
Just-
he
just
chose a third
mentioned that
option.
We
Yeah.
knew it was there.
Okay.
We saw I was there when he went there, and I remember him being there. But aside from that, he was at Crater Lake, which I don't think he'd go back to now that he realizes there's nothing there for him.
Gotcha.
Mhm.
Okay. As an aside, specifically to Chad, guys, remember if at any time you feel like you want to be able to impact the scene or you want to alter the trajectory of the player's rolls, you guys can do specifically that. Every time 5 gift subs are sent into stream, that will gift luck rerolls specifically to the players. And that's on them. Every time 10 comes through in any capacity, so in 5s, I will get a luck reroll myself that I can impact and force upon them at any point, or even my own rolls. Additionally, someone paid enough reputation earlier to make sure that all of the players now get +1 Cure Moderate Potion.
That's the 2d8, right? Plus 3?
Correct. 2d8 plus 3.
Cool. Thank you. But yeah, I would probably take the shortest path, either the apothecary or the tankard, and I would make my way there. If I can cover those 2 spots in a relatively short amount of time, I'll hit up both.
Okay.
I guess in that chain sequence.
Can I get some perceptions, please, from the 3 of you as you are starting to separate? That's 2. There we go. Okay, I think this would probably be best seen. Cort, you would likely see that there is, most of the homes around town are, the ones that are functional and not completely destroyed, are, by and large, they're burning through their chimney. You can see white smoke, billows of smoke sort of rising from the tops of their chimneys. But what does black smoke mean?
Something is currently burning.
It means death.
It means death. Does it mean death?
Probably not, but I'm going to assume in Shackled City it always means death.
That's fair. You're not really going to see the black smoke right away, but you do happen to see many of the roofs seemingly letting these windfalls of white smoke sort of billow out of the chimney tops. Thelsa, you will see the black smoke rising from the direction of the tome, and Ulhime, you see the black smoke almost immediately, and you can see a small bit of flame that sort of, for a moment, breaches the top of the building. And
oh shit. Okay.
It's not, what's odd about it isn't just like something is burning. It becomes a hyper-focused element, and it burns in a straight line. Think like a torch, like a very tall torch. So as opposed to like a wild area just burning largely in sheer amount, this is a very tall flame and very focused.
Okay. Seeing that, then I would point to the group at the billowing smoke. It looks like we might have to wait on Daniel for now. It looks like we have trouble again. There's a fire in the distance, and I would look to Cort, grab Jakob. We might need him for help. And yeah,
Cort will nod his head and then run off.
I'm curious, does Cort immediately go to Jakob? Like, given the things that have happened.
Yeah, if people are in danger, at the very least, if we need everyone, I'm going to assume Sniper is not going to try to kill people. But I'm going to keep my eye on him, and if he does, I'm going to probably cut him.
Okay, all right.
Given if he's endangering other people, but going in with the assumption that he would not be there to hurt people, he might have something that could help a fire go away.
Okay, all right, sure. We'll see it play out. So, you rush in, and do you run to see him immediately, or do you call to him at the mouth of the building? How does this look?
I'd get to the mouth and go, Jakob. And if he doesn't answer right away, I'm just gonna run right in.
Yes, Cort.
Come on, there's a fire. We need to get over here. Come on, Ulhime needs you. And I'd try to pull at him and get him up if he doesn't, pop up right away.
There's a fire? Ain't nobody got time for that. All right. No.
Fireball.
Yeah, Jakob would go ahead and rise up with a swiftness and kind of start stalking after Cort. Where's the fire?
Cort's just gonna point towards the chimney. In that general direction and try to meet up with Ulhime.
And from where he's pointed, you can see that there is a billow of black smoke that is rising singularly from a rooftop. You don't necessarily know what it is up to this point, but you do know that there are some buildings over there that you're familiar with. The Tome is one of them. Even if you don't go there often, you're at least familiar with that much.
Yeah, so seeing that there is a fire in the distance and he wants to get there swiftly, he'll go ahead and cast Flight.
Okay, all right. Under normal circumstances, courtesy of supporters on Patreon, you would have to roll a D1000, but it was canceled out. Someone else decided to cancel the first wild magic directly put upon you. So your skin's been saved This time. Better luck next time, Patreon supporters. Now I expect no one to save him ever again.
Yes, let's hope not.
Let's hope not.
Where is the nearest tree?
I mean, not far from where you're at.
All right, I'm
Where the fuck's a tree?
I'm gonna do a tree stride to get over there as quick as I can, leaving Ulhime behind. But I figure, the sooner someone gets there, the sooner something can be done.
Sure.
Can you only take one person with tree stride, or can it be more than one?
I'm not certain, but I know that if I take someone into a burning tree, I risk both of our lives. So I'm going alone. If a tree falls down with someone inside of it, no matter what the HP of the person inside is, they die. It's just the way it works.
Wow.
Intense.
So at least we know how to go ahead and, kill a boss.
Take them into a tree and then cut the tree down? It would work.
Just go ahead and have you tree stride their ass. Anyways.
Very, very hard.
Yeah, and seeing as we're in a hurry, I'm just going to go ahead and grab Cort under an arm and Superman off.
All right, this is weird. You see, Super Demon cast a spell upon himself. He immediately begins to hover off the ground, and do you let him grab you? He's making a move to kind of grab you.
I've seen him fly so many times, and I've seen so many other people fly that you grab me. Otherwise, I'm just gonna have to run.
Could you imagine burglars in this town? They would be abso-fucking-lutely petrified. No, we can't steal anything anymore. The second in command of the guard is a demon, and he flies. And when he's pissed at you, he kills your whole family.
And if he doesn't catch it, you still gotta worry about the demon girl that flies to the skies and catches birds.
And then if not that, he just drops the juggernaut on his way there.
Yeah.
Yeah, poor Jacob. He tries to fly, and in his mind he's got the Superman theme playing, but for everyone else it's just
Pretty much.
Fly, my pretty.
So you do that. You cast fly upon yourself. It seems that he's not going to resist your grab, and you will immediately take flight. I believe when carrying twice your body weight, it does sort of slow your speed briefly, but not by much, or at least it's handling. You're still going to get there really fast, especially not having to duck and weave between trees and homes and other buildings. That leaves Ulhime. Ulhime, how are you getting there?
I guess I'm dashing, but that's going to be at 80 feet, so it's because it's 4 times, right? If you're doing a full sprint.
Yeah, that's with nothing in your path. Remember, it's not just a dead sprint straight. You do have to curb and you have to dodge people, more or less.
All right. As fast as I can run, then
you'll get there. It's not really that far.
He's a beefy little lich. He can just go ahead and ramp through walls.
Yeah, I'm not gonna destroy people's houses.
I respect that.
Yeah,
I respect that. So you manage to run. You dodge the people as much as you possibly can. There are a few things that get in your way. A cart here, a merchant there, children playing in the streets. You do your best not to hit them. But the first people to arrive, the very first person to arrive will be Thelsa. Thelsa arrives without fail. In the moment that you get there, it's just across the street. You can see the door open. And you can see the smoke billowing from the top. You don't see any flame, but you can see the smoke rising from the centermost point of the building.
Yeah, I'm just gonna, put my robe over my mouth and head right in without waiting for anyone. Going head first into this.
When you run in, there is no smoke in the shop. It's most confusing. You don't quite understand it. But what you do know, for certain, is that there is a body on the ground. It's the corpse of Charlie Miles. He rests face down in the grouping of pillows, of which multiple of you have sat many times. You can smell the charring flesh, the burnt hair. There is no movement.
Yeah, my elbow isn't coming away from my mouth. It's sad to see, but...
Do you turn him over? You can't see the damage that's been done to his person, You can only
I-
smell what's happened.
I do not want to see it. I have a pretty good guess as it is, and I don't need more. But I know that it's probably something to do with Sasha being outraged because of the whole burning thing, and knowing this place is on fire. I don't know how this weird like dragon den works, but if this place isn't in smoke, I'm worried down there is.
That is fair. So do you rush immediately past the curtain of beads and cloth?
Yep. I'm throwing caution to the wind and going downstairs.
Okay. You immediately find yourself rushing past the beaded curtain and cloth, and you find that the smoke hits you immediately like a wall. Smoke rises to the highest point, and the heat that sort of carries with it is intense.
Oh fuck! I remember this part of Dark Souls. That's a fog wall.
Very
That's not
close to
good.
that. Very close to that. The camera is going to pan immediately, and it sees our other heroes flying overhead. It takes about 45 seconds to a minute. You breach multiple streets. You cross over multiple tree lines before you finally land on the primary street. You didn't see Thelsa go in, but you do see that the door to the tome is open and black smoke billows from the rooftop.
Cort's gonna just kind of run in.
Okay, what about Jacob? Is Jacob going in as well?
When Cort runs in, he's just gonna kind of say behind him, "Try not to kill anyone, please." And he's just gonna he's gonna put his hand up to this while running in, basically.
Okay.
Same thing, but if I'm correct, I can breathe in the smoke. I should be fine.
How about you, Jacob?
Well, aside from feeling like really fucking insulted, he's gonna go ahead and take a quick circling around the building and see how extensive the damage is so far.
You circle the building, looking at the rooftop, and you see something very, very bizarre. You're used to seeing that hay and thatched roofs will burn in a pattern that sort of burns outward. This is a very focused point. It's a centrally driven hole. It doesn't really look like the thatch itself is burning. It looks like something is jetting a pipe outward that is releasing smoke and fire. The fire seems to be incredibly focused, vastly focused even, and it doesn't really seem to make much sense. The fire burns brightly. It burns very, very hot.
Well,
But the thatch itself is not burning.
so the thatch itself isn't burning. It has been burnt. A hole's been seared through it.
Correct.
But it's not smoldering or anything. It's just there's this plume of fire from somewhere in the building.
Yes.
Let's see. Shit. Yeah, he's gonna go ahead and land on the building top, and
You can hear it from within inside Cort immediately. There is a landing of sorts. This bludgeoning sound as a body careens with the rooftop.
Cort would more than likely look up and realize it's Mothman, probably landing on the roof,
Likely.
and then look back around and take
Mothman.
a survey of the room.
What the fuck is with these nicknames today?
That one's not personal. I watched a hour-long video on Mothman the other day, so it's fresh in my mind.
Fuck all of y'all. But no, given that it doesn't seem like the building itself is on fire, that something else is just shooting this jet up, he is going to go ahead and, given the fact that he doesn't have a blade anymore, he's going to use his claws and try and clip out a air vent. That way the smoke has somewhere to go, aside from trying to go ahead and follow this fire out the top.
Okay. You said you want to shear through the thatched roof, essentially.
Yeah, probably about midway between the fire and the edge, just shear a 4x4 hole
Okay.
Nothing too serious.
You begin to clip away at the rooftop, and the moment that you sort of break through it, it's just thatch, right? Like it's very, very, very thin slats of wood. There is mud to it, and you see like hay that's sort of driven into this. It has been patterned out in a way that it prevents much in the way of weather getting through, for obvious reason. But when you seem to create a triangular like pitch cut into this, it starts to fold upward, almost rolling like paper, which is uncommon. It's very uncommon because wood doesn't just roll like paper. And when it rolls back, you see beneath it, there is what looks to be bones. And if that wasn't wild enough, this wall of bone in very, very different creatures, not human bones as far as you can tell, not cattle bone. It's all different kinds of creatures that are sort of mixed and intertwined. But if that wasn't wild enough, it's literally bleeding magic. Arcane is visibly seeping into the normal vision.
Okay, so let me get this straight. One, the thatch rolls up like paper. Two, everything that's under the thatch is made of like bone. And three, there's like hella arcane magics like bleeding up out of this.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and try and roll a knowledge arcana and figure out just what the fuck is going on.
Go for it. Let's see. Show me what you got.
Show me what you're working with.
Well, you know what it's like to have cast a spell and to see that it is a centralized positioned spell, and the effect that it leaves on the environment, right? Like you saw what it was like for the portal to exist inside of the temple. How you sort of get an aura that permeates and bleeds through. It's like a doorway. This, on the other hand, sort of functions like a door similarly, but something is dying to break through. Something is trying to burn through this. And where you've managed to cut out this thatch, it's still forcibly ripping itself without your cutting, and it starts to tear the rest of the thatch roof off all the way down to the lowest hang. And where
what I fuck up now?
Where the flame is like this gout of flame is erupting from, this searing pitch that is eliciting this very, very centralized and focused flame. The bone has turned to ash. And fire is bleeding through. I don't know if you know how hot it has to get in order to singe specifically through bone. But you can probably imagine the kind of damage that it would do to living flesh.
Yeah, it will hurt a lot.
Oh, it's about 1700 degrees Celsius.
You should do the thing that kids try and do, where they put their hand on it to see how hot it is, and then you...
No, I'm good having made a vent hole so that you don't die in a smoky, blaze.
I don't think I can die from smoke inhalation.
It's a poison.
Smoke is different. It's not like that. This is an ingested
It's more like
toxin.
suffocating.
Yeah, this is a suffocate. It goes to your lungs. It's different passage. Different passage. So, camera turns back at this point to the inside, where we see Cort. You've rushed in and you start looking around. You don't see any smoke. You don't smell any smoke. But you do smell something is burned. You smell burnt hair. Even though you're covering your nose, you can smell burnt hair and singed flesh. And there, on the pillows, Charlie seems to be face down in the pillows.
Cort would immediately run over and turn him over.
Okay.
Unless he looks like he is barbecue
No, he looks like Charlie.
Then yeah, Cort would immediately rush up and turn him over.
When you flip the body over, what you see is fairly horrific. His face is almost non-existent. It is just mash. Tendrils of flesh still barely hanging on, but what has bled down the chest. you now see a familiar symbol. It is the emblazoned burning skull of Weejas that is singed into the chest, all the way up to the shoulder and neck. You know that symbol anywhere. Anytime you've stepped into the temple, it's painted on the floor.
Yep.
You may not be a very godly individual, but
Nope,
you know that
symbol's
symbol.
Very, yep. You're.
Charlie
I'm gonna put
is
him down.
Charlie is no more.
No, yeah, I don't think you live when your face becomes that.
Yep. He's not
Cort's
coming back for
gonna
the
put him
sequel.
Yeah, no. Unfortunately. Cort's gonna just kind of stand up and just go,
It is about this time that we see Ulhime arriving. A normal person would be incredibly winded, sweating, perspirating beyond all means, but Ulhime being a lich, he doesn't breathe. He doesn't sweat. He doesn't eat. All of those things about living no longer affect him. But here you arrive, Ulhime, and you are stricken with something entirely different. You can see that Jakob is on the roof, and he seems to be looking at something very intensely. But when you look inside, Cort is just inside of the door, and his arm was just up over his face, but now his hand is like, he's in like a state of awe. Something has completely shaken him.
Ulhime would approach. What's wrong, lad? What have you found?
You follow his eyes downward.
yeah. He's just gonna kind of, with the one hand kind of like this, he's gonna point down with the other one. That's the Ouija symbol, right?
You can't mistake that. The seared flesh, the emblazoned, burning skull that now decorates your very shoulder. You have no doubt in your mind that that is Weejas' mark.
Yep. While I do have the capability of bringing them back, it seems that the Ruby Sorceress has claimed him. Let him go, lad.
This to do with, and he's just gonna kind of look at Ulhime. You're a bit different. Wasn't he Helm?
Who?
When you say that, his face doesn't seem to register it. His brow kind of like, it's that light curl where he's like, who? Lip upturns. Confusion besets his face. He has no idea whom that is. In fact, when you say that, when you ask, wasn't he Helm? It rolls off of your lips, and even you don't know who that is.
We need to. If Charlie's like this, we have to go look at Sasha.
Then you hear the heavy footfall again from the rooftop.
And Cort's gonna look up and.
Do you holler out at all?
Yeah, I guess we would call. Jakob, come inside. There's no fire in here.
That's you, Sniper.
Yeah, I'm aware.
Okay.
Yeah, I figured I'd wait until, camera panned around to me.
You can hear it from your position, though you're examining this and you're not used to this particular thing happening. You have no idea what exactly is occurring before you. You can see the bones. You know it's multiple types of creatures. You can see the flame erupting and the arcane magic just purely bleeding from the rooftop.
So have I successfully carved a hole into the rooftop?
The roof thatch, yes. You have managed to do just enough mild damage to the rooftop, and the rest of the arcane manages to shear it off itself. The arcane pressure is literally bleeding out and pushes the cut open. Like something attempting to escape. Imagine a chest burster from Alien. You did a little incision,
but
and
there
it's
is
vented.
still, but there's still a, barrier.
Yes.
Okay.
Jakob, come inside. You hear Ulhime yelling from below.
Looking off to the fire and then to the thatch underfoot, he's just going to kind of jump off the side of the building and sweep around and follow the rest of them inside.
probably follow. Once Jacob makes his way inside, I'd kind of pull Cort away from Miles, and we'd make our way inside to the actual like tower. I would probably be in front, just so if there's still smoke, at least I can try guiding them. I don't have any form of light source at the moment, but at the very least, I can.
Cort's gonna
push through.
when Ulhime's in front of him, because it's dark, right?
Yeah.
Cort's gonna just go, and then he's gonna tap Ulhime's back and white light. I still have glowing gloves.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Holy shit,
So
they do exist.
That should do 8 candle.
Okay. The camera is going to turn at this point, the moment that you clap your hands and you produce light from them. The camera pans again, and this time, it moves to Innie. Thelsa. You've taken a few steps down, and you hear the cries of some magnificent creature that echoes a calamity of which you can only assume is Sasha. You can hear these painful roars, these threats that are ushered upon someone, like pouring a viscous fluid onto them, expecting them to carry it. The further down you travel, the more you can feel the intense heat. You hear the calls and the cries out, and you can see the flame erupt briefly as it illuminates everything, even the very darkened hallway. You continue to rush down.
Yeah, I'm picking up pace once I start to hear the cries and the sounds of someone I care for. I'm terrified, and I want to be down there as quick as possible, safely, of course.
You continue to run. Daniel, back to you. You remember what she said last time? You're muted.
Sorry.
You're good.
Saying that she would pretty much turn me into a pile of ash if I didn't leave her.
That she was gonna basically give you a count, and she was coming. That you needed to run.
Can't wait for us to Scooby-Doo bump into him on the staircase.
I'm gonna kind of just take out my dagger and like put it into the floor in front of me, and then just kind of like do that kneeling thing in front of her that I was like, I'm on both my knees. I'm just gonna tell her, Miss Sasha, I'm not here to hurt you. I'm here to help you by whatever means you need.
Okay. Oh boy.
Well, it was nice knowing you, Dan.
I'm gonna run to the bathroom and think about this for a second, because I don't know what she does here. I'm gonna let you guys stew here for a moment while I relieve myself momentarily. So talk amongst yourselves and speculate what's the worst case scenario and the best case. Let's see how this plays out. Remember, your stratagem is survival. Think very carefully about the words that you use, because despite her not having wings, she can still fly.
We're trying to survive? Is that what we've been doing this whole time?
I mean, I can always retcon him repairing your gut.
Look, man, with how this game goes, give it another 2 episodes and you won't have to retcon it.
We'll see. We'll see. I'll be right back.
Honestly, if Thelsa dies saving Sasha, it's worth it.
Dude,
Well, I'm trying to save her, so her...
dude, you're about to get fucking bitch slapped, like, literally across the room. Oh, man.
Here's what I'm thinking. She stopped her curse with her blood, correct?
Well,
So-
she's no. She
made a
gave her blood
The Navi
No.
can.
to the Tauren, and the Tauren stopped the progression of her disease, and
Well-
used and basically focused her blood into a jewel.
I'm thinking that we can, well, I can maybe use my blood and like her blood to stop her whatever the hell's happening to her, like even if it's for a little bit, and then we can go and do that dungeon thing that we were supposed to do to like reconfigure the jewel or whatever it is we're supposed to be doing.
No, the jewel's gone.
Well, yeah, that's why we're trying to fix it now, or find a way to fix it.
I don't think there is a way to fix it.
I have a very, very, very bad feeling that she's just going to like.
We don't even know that that's affecting her. Like we can't make that call. That's
I think she's just
that's
gonna
out of
slap
knowledge
you
for
against
us.
the wall. Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, like honestly, like I said, it's kind of bad that all this is happening. So I mean, like if we can save anybody at this point, like
That'd be cool, but unlikely.
yeah, because like we've lost like how many key characters already? Like 4. Like I think we can try to.
And that's just been since you came around.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
that one.
Like we've lost like 4 people so far, so I'm just trying to save at least one. Like despite, like, I don't know what you guys did to her to piss her off, but she doesn't know me that well, so
She's not mad at us. She is, however, mad at the crystal being shattered. This is kind of a turning point. She's never really been angry.
Yeah.
She slapped Jacob across the face once.
But even then, she was still pretty calm when she beat the shit out of Jacob.
It was more of like her saying "get out," like she's telling you to get out.
No. She slapped him once to knock a ward out of his brain.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, it was.
He hasn't gone so far as to piss Sasha off.
Yeah, she's been relatively friendly to us and helped us during the vampire.
Now, once she finds out about the gem,
you're dead.
Well, she already knows about the gem.
But she doesn't know that Sniper was the one who did it. At least, unless you told her. I don't remember if you told her.
Jacob.
Unless she's magical enough to just know it.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
she's strong.
Yeah.
Well,
big strong.
Even that might escape it.
Yeah, I mean, well, if she divinates it, I could be fucked.
Don't worry, you'll be face to face with her in about 5 minutes.
It was nice knowing y'all.
Probably.
It was a good run.
Oh man.
It was a good run.
Oh man. This is.
Bub, is this where we fight Sasha? Is this?
This has the potential to be just that.
Hell yeah, guys.
Hell yeah.
Another dragon, any phantasmal killer. Let's
Good
go.
fucking luck, kid. Good fucking luck. That's what I'm gonna say to y'all.
Her base resistance is she'd have to nat 1 3 times in order to die to Phantasmal Killer.
Yeah. And something tells me that she might be just a little bit more, she might be on par with the Dracolich that we let loose.
With Doom?
The one that Ronald let out of the hammer by going.
Yeah.
I think
Doom.
that she might be on that level.
I just want her on our side, and I don't care what it's gonna take.
Yeah. You want Jacob? Here he is.
Yeah, this guy did it. This guy did it. Look, he's been killing a whole bunch of people. Just serum and I'll try and fix you.
Like only Jacob, that's it? Do we have to go and get you some oil or some candles to go along with the deal?
Okay, now I'm nervous. I'm gonna go pee 2 seconds. I'll be right back.
I'm nervous. I gotta go pee.
God damn it. I'm grabbing a couple of things here.
Social's comment makes the most sense. Daniel's gonna get slapped so hard that he gets turned into another character.
Do we know if this is a magical cancer or if it's just something natural? If it's just kind of actual cancer that's just enveloped over 300 years because it was locked away?
I don't think any of us know she has cancer.
I mean, we don't. I just don't know what it is. I don't. I'm asking out of
we
game.
don't know shit.
Yeah.
We know it festers like a cancer.
It's a dragon blade at the
Alright, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Oh boy.
I'm grabbing a couple of things right now.
Oh boy.
So that
Damage roll for Red Dragon Fire Breath?
Yeah, he's grabbing all of his dice.
No, I'm sorry. If she hits you, with a full breath attack at her capability,
He doesn't need dice.
there's not a roll, gentlemen. There is just me tearing a character sheet.
Yeah.
Don't tear it. Just set it on fire, just to set your mark.
Download a bonfire app on your computer, throw your character sheet in.
Get your not a flamethrower and go light your character sheet on fire.
Like I said, trying to save someone here, not trying to pick a fight. So I'm gonna try to do this as best as I can until like one of you guys.
You are not.
I think
picking,
most of us are in the same boat.
You are not picking a fight as the same way that a matador is not picking a fight with a bull that's just been killed in the test.
You don't want to fight it. Be a bad idea.
You at least don't have a red cape, so you're not antagonizing it, but it still doesn't want you there anyways.
And of course, there's Jacob. I bet I could take it.
Of course. Of course. Just moving some things over right now, just to give myself an opportunity at trying some cool stuff that I've wanted to bring to you guys for a long time. This is the first time I've ever been able to do this, bear in mind, so thank you for having patience with me.
You're welcome.
Jacob is the red cape.
This is where he plays the animated cutscene of us fighting it because he knew that we were going to be this stupid.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, I like the idea. Jacob is the red cape.
I wasn't anticipating this, so my preparation on this point, this is totally on me. I had no idea that this was going to go this way. I should have expected it. Should have.
I mean, if you were going to expect us to do this, all four of us would have ended up at Keegan's shop instead. We would have found something.
Not wrong.
Also, nothing came out of your microphone when you were talking.
Okay, so we're gonna grab you and put you right there. No idea how this is gonna sound, bear in mind, but yeah. Is that one. And that goes there. Okay, so yep. And down here we have that one. Down there we have this one. And right there I have that one. Okay. Fuck it. We'll do it live. That's what I have to say about that.
We got a map now?
No, there's no map.
Okay. That's what I thought you were doing. I was like, I'm excited to see whatever the fuck's going to happen
Map of
here.
Sasha's realm.
No, boys. I'm sorry.
It's just a blank sign that says you're fucked.
It's for the best. It's better not to see where you're about to die.
Okay. All right. So, friends, I'm excited for this. I'm also kind of scared, so just bear with me here, even if for a moment. Steven, you place your hands as Daniel on the ground. You have come to a full bow in front of this creature, this enormous, momentous creature, and you say to her exactly what again?
Miss Sasha, I'm not here to cause you harm. I'm here to help you any way I can, any means.
All right. I want to instill some truth in you here. The greatest creature that has ever been seen by human eyes, the gift of magic unto the world, a colossal red dragon, has even for a moment treated you as an equal and not eaten you. And now she has threatened to evaporate you from existence. And you're gonna say, Miss Sasha, I ain't here to fight you. Is that how you think Daniel would really respond? I want to know. I want to immerse you. I want this to sink. I want there to be authenticity. It's a tough question.
I guess using the word fight would imply that I'm heading there to do harm to her. So that's not how I would want to word that. It would probably be more along the lines of just more simpler. I'm here to help you any way I can. I'm not anywhere as powerful, nor will I ever be as powerful as you, Miss Sasha, but use me how you see fit. And if I can fix this, then show me the way.
Give me a reflex. Her tail begins to whip around and strikes the ground at your feet. I need a reflex, and it's a big one.
Backflip.
I backflip onto the worm.
Are you happy with that roll?
You could do better.
Oh, you
I
know
don't
what? It
think
doesn't
we-
matter. You don't have. There's
we
no
don't
luck
have
rerolls.
reload.
Oh my goodness! Not a single
No.
luck reroll was had on this day. You know what? I'll put it at an even 20. It was very, very well telegraphed. Despite what you were saying, you saw it coming. There was a wind up. She winds up, and the tail slaps back down. You know it's coming for you. Karami coming in with 5 gifted subs. This is an even or an odd in your favor, unless you want to use that freshly gifted luck reroll.
It's still got that new that new reroll smell.
This is an even or an odd. Do you think you can roll better? Because honestly, it's a 50-50. You rolled a 10 on the die.
I will do the gracious luck reroll that I was given.
Ooh, okay. Okay then, let's go. All right.
This is gonna get juicy. That was not what you wanted to do.
That's a Poggers moment,
GG.
man. All right, so we were talking about just ripping up a character sheet.
All right, that's spicy. Holy!
He ran into the tail.
You were slow on the draw.
She wants to hug.
You saw the tail and you went to jump, but you weren't expecting that vicious speed. Despite her size, red lightning as it whips around, and she unleashes another vicious roar. This time, it is felt throughout the building. For those that are above ground, before you even touch the beaded curtain wall.
Not it.
I'm gonna go ahead and throw damage here. You're not gonna like it. It's not gonna feel good. Guess what? It's not supposed to.
I'm getting memories of a bunch of ones.
Come on, 7 ones right here.
Even that's a lot more than 7, homie.
Maybe they're D20s. 7 D20.
Oh, it's only 3. Okay. Oh.
A tail viciously swings and catches your body. There is no save to stop how far you were thrown. You were lobbed out into some bizarre ichor-slick, fountainous water. It seems to nebulously blob beneath you. You had seen past the landing, where all the gold was, but you didn't see what was out there further, in that darkness. You slide. You're knocked back 40 feet. The stone didn't just become destroyed where you were standing, but it knocked out the first 8 steps. They're gone. A cloud of dust from the stone seems to rain from where it was at. You watch a few bits of stone seem to slowly fall. Thelsa, you hear that smack and that roar yet again. What do? Does Thelsa continue running?
Yeah, even faster. Like even if I'm gonna trip and catch myself up a couple times, it doesn't matter. I need to get to the bottom of these stairs quick.
Okay. You move with haste. You begin to lean forward to increase the speed at which you move, and sure enough, you start to reach a maximum force. Give me a reflex as you are pushing your body. It's not terrible.
17.
You use the walls as a stabilizer until the walls are gone. You know, it opens up at a point and it just becomes steps down. And there you can see it. There you can see the dragon. The fire burning on the bones around your person and around this place. And when you are seen by her equally, her eyes catch yours. And I need a will save. That's so good, but it's an even or an odd.
I'm gonna go for even.
Okay, let's see what happens. Even in your favor, odd for hers.
Can I re-roll that?
You can, in fact, force that.
I'm a bust it.
Okay, bustin' makes him feel good. So even in your favor again?
Yep, keep going even.
It do.
You got it, motherfucker. Oh, I wanted that so bad. I wanted that so bad. But you know what? That's fitting. Because it really only makes some matters worse. You resist the compulsion that pours over your body. Her eyes catch yours, that enormous draconic vision, as they steeple downward like a cat stalking its prey, and you feel it wash over your entire body. You felt drawn. You felt these cries for aid, this force of which you had not felt before, even when there was a demon surging through your being. And for a moment, you wanted nothing more than to turn Daniel into cinders.
I
But
still
then
don't mind.
you broke past it. And another call out in rage. Because you resisted her compulsion. Very few have. But you have. And now, I need initiatives from everyone.
Yeah, poor Jakob, Cort, and Ulhime are just kind of looking at each other like, should we? Do we need to?
Every time
Must
we
we?
fought a dragon, I get CC'd for 20 rounds, so I'm expecting it.
Hold that thought, boys. Give it just a second before you start pushing in your initiatives.
Oh, JK.
I can make some edits here. We've got Jakob, not even picked yet, which is good. So we got Cort at 12. We have Ulhime at 14. Thelsa at 21.
Yes, sir.
I'm good to roll now?
Yeah, go ahead. Roll for me. You're at 18. And who am I missing? We don't have one for Daniel yet. Okay.
Oh, it didn't go through, I guess.
No, we don't have a token for you. That's why.
Yeah,
add a custom
your
label.
roll went through.
Daniel, what is your initiative?
On your sheet.
My initiative.
What did you roll?
is-
What did you
I
roll?
rolled an. It shows an 11 for me.
Okay, cool. Seems good. In descending order, let's go ahead and get mine.
Initiative 400.
I got a 21.
We operate on the same turn, except that's not how it works ever.
Yep, she is definitely faster than you are. Her dexterity is higher.
Yeah, I figured.
Wait a minute. That's weird.
Sasha ain't up there.
Now, if Thelsa's there, it just altered her initiative.
To a 12.
Put me to
Yeah, it did.
12.
There we go. In descending order. All right, friend. She's gonna go.
Mine is not correct.
No.
No, I am not a 19. I am a 12.
Oh man, it must have swapped everything around. That's weird. So 12. Jakob, you're at an 18. Ulhime, you're at a 14. Yeah, it changed your messages. And 11. Okay, so the order's good. The order's good. What does she do here?
Fucks us up.
She's gonna lunge forward. She moves forward abruptly, Thelsa, and she strikes out at you. And when she does so, despite not having wings, despite being heavily injured, and you can see this, you can see the skeletal wings that seem to hang over her like some encrusted and broken rear halo. The damage that she brings about this area is impressive. The slam comes down as she drops a shoulder and head directly into where you're standing. I need a reflex.
From everybody?
Not good enough.
No. She pounces like a fox in the snow, trying to grab a creature from under that snow softness. And she cleans with this stone like it's Play-Doh. Completely destroys it. And you are going to be driven back.
Yeah,
Your reflex
figured
wasn't
as
good
such.
enough for that. Okay. This is going to be a primary blow here. It's not a tail slap. This is going to hurt. I'm sorry.
No, I fully expected to.